Hola, hola. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Mondays? Figured I'd jump on here before I crash out officially. I was just watching a video of Malcolm Warner Jr. and all of his accomplishments and how fast life can go in a blink of an eye. And how when people pass away, it seems like everybody loves them even more and showcases their true appreciation after the fact. It's sad, but it seems like that's a common trait that always follows after somebody with a bright light is extinguished and from this planet, at least. Life never ceased to exist. Life always goes on, just maybe not in a physical format. And by the way, there's an episode of Think Differently and Daily Motivation and No Filter with your boy Zodog. And when I was watching it, and Cat Williams was talking about people that are against the system, the Illuminati, how they're always shunned and hated upon, and they don't get the spotlight as often if you don't wear a dress or if you're not playing the stereotypical coon role that a lot of us blacks get put in when you're in the system. You only have a certain amount of roles, how you're portrayed to keep the narrative of the blacks perpetuating throughout society and so forth. Oh, he may be robbing me, so let me clutch my purse, and he looks thuggish, and she looks thuggish, whatever. You already know the stereotypes. And so when I was watching that, my ancestor said, jump on here and do a video to let the collective know to always be yourself and don't feel pressure that you have to join a certain frequency to be seen. For instance, me as an example, I stand authentically as myself all the times. I will show you everything about my life. I won't take you in the bedroom and show you the intimate parts. I know a lot of y'all ladies would love to see that. Some of you little sweet cats. But I love everybody, but just me being me. But me even going through this journey, as of now, I'm seeing people, how their opinions are. I like to joke around a lot with myself saying I'm Bruce Wayne or Peter Parker because it literally feels like that. I have people call me one... Sorry, I was crushed some Tyson's chicken nuggets earlier. Them joints were jamming. Thank you, Justin, for that, by the way. Had my boy go shopping for me the other day. I was like, yo, just get me some of the food you would get. he got me some shit. And then I realized, like, you know what? When you want to go shop, you want to get something done right, do it yourself. I mean, I love you, Justin. Thank you for bringing in food. But I ain't going to eat them French fries. I'm staying away from starch, yada, yada. Well, let's get back to it. Even me doing this journey now by myself, I'm feeling like superheroes because when certain people call me or friends of mine call me, hey, you want to chill? And I tell them I'm busy or I can't do it, or if I do want to invest some of my time, it's like very short-lived. My social battery is not as abundant as it used to be with certain people, I guess, because I'm on a divine mission and I just need to follow my path. And it doesn't involve a lot of people that, unbeknownst to them, it's a distraction to what I need to stay focused on. So my boy today is like, hey, man, I feel neglected, man. I mean, I feel like you never want to chill anymore. And then you want to tell him, hey, man, I'm just fucking Spider-Man, all right? I can't chill all the fucking time. I got to save everyone. You just want to say that, and then you catch yourself. You're like, man, it's just like when you're watching a movie and shit. Like, go ahead, Peter, just tell Mary Jane you're fucking Spider-Man. Just tell her. And then that's easy for us to say as an audience perspective, to tell the character on the screen, just to tell his significant other or whatever that I am him or I am her. Because with superheroes, you have a lot of love and responsibilities that I don't want to say the average person, but for this analogy, the average person won't understand. I don't like to use powerful words like that. Won't. They can, but it just seems like they just can't understand it because they're not at that level that you're on. Not to be like comparison or to be hierarchical. I mean, and you know, what I mean, like, not to say it like you're not on my levels of fucking. No, it's just like it's a natural thing in life. You know, what I mean, there's levels to this shit, right? And so like you're doing it for the best of them and for the best of you, because a lot of the experiences I'm going throughout my life, I've realized that a lot of people either don't understand what I'm going through or choose not to understand what I'm going through, or do understand what I'm going through but try to play games like that. They try to play games of confusion. They want to hear you explain yourself and just to downplay, even though they know that you're doing what you're doing, but they don't want to give you that credit. So there's a lot of that going around too. And when you're secretive, you see people on social media is assuming what you're doing, and then me, I want to get on there immediately and correct their narrative, but then I fall back due to my ancestors telling me, "Hey man, this is the game. This is what we're doing. You're not going to be always able to comment and correct your narrative. Let the narrative be, because that is just the position that God has put me in." And me being a good-hearted person and have been a bad-hearted person, I see the perspective, everyone's perspective from that position that they're making that claim or statement from. So, knowing that, you got the jeans on today, I'm looking like a good old sexy lumberjack. All I need is an axe and that slow pace through the woods, and I'm good. In that wintertime, put that good old flannel on. Yeah, yeah, you see it. Looking like a sexy lumberjack. All I need to be is one of them Levi commercials. Imagine seeing me on a still frame or one of them little cutout poster boards in front of your local Macy's or something. Well, I know that guy. Isn't that Alonzo? Holding a glass of milk. Put the heat on, so I gotta take that off. It was getting a little too cold and nippy. Don't want my nipples puncturing the fucking phone screen. I was like, what the hell is going on? Why does it look all cracked? It's my icicle nipples. Punctured that bitch. So, a lot of times we're caught up in those predicaments that you want to explain yourself and tell people exactly what you're doing. But since we've experienced that already, we're realizing that the more that we share to help people, they use that sharing advice we gave them and they turn it around and weaponize it towards us. You know? And it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But I already know it's behind my shoulders. I already know it's in the rearview mirror. And I'm not going back to any places that I prayed my way out of. You know? A lot of my collective, I'm seeing messages and some messages from strangers. I just joined another pretty girl's profile today. I think her name was Bathrobe Spiritual. Oh my baby Jesus, Bathrobe Spiritual. I keep on popping up. She keeps on popping up on my algorithm. I'm like, Bathrobe Spiritual looking good. On them grandfather face, looking good. Are you just about women? Are you a womanizer? Are you a Bill Clinton? Left show. I was like, go ahead and tell him. I was like, I ain't no Bill Clinton. I'm not a Monica Lewinsky cat. I don't dip cigars and pussy lips and then smoke them. I was like, do I? I haven't done that yet. I mean, the future, whatever the future may tell. I was trying to say a cute expression. Only the future will know. Terribles. Laughing like a perverted Pillsbury Doughboy. It's terribles. I just love that I could just set this bitch anywhere. I love the ether, baby. Don't, us ether beholders, don't you love your ether? That joint's just shooting straight up at the sun, baby. It's just a sponge. Hey, the women love it. It's lovely. You don't even know it's there no more, right? I'm like, shit, let me tell you. Yeah. Little secret compartment and shit. All right, but either or. Are you gonna take out your hair? I'm gonna leave it right there. And this is my ether, by the way. Y'all have hair. If you're Caucasian and so forth, it's not a separation thing, it's just what it is. We have ether. Us as gods, Anunnakis, yada yada. In the Latino community, we have ether. You guys have synthetic hair, since you have DNA that's synthetic compared to our DEA, our diethoric acid. But that'll be another time for another topic. But we're all here together sharing this planet. I just want you all to know who you are and how we're going to operate together through this new earth. But yeah, so I'm starting to follow. Well, what I was getting at is like you come across people's opinions all the time, and you want to jump in there and correct their narrative. But that's just the beautiful thing about life. People are looking at you and how you're radiating out to people. They're going to have their opinions about you. So instead of forcing people how they should view you, just let it organically happen and treat yourself as a superhero that you are. And you're going to get more rhino skin, more tough skin in this industry. If you are planning to be a life coach or an influencer, you got to know how to take the negative with the positive and be able to transmute it all. There's a lot of videos I'm seeing and people are envious and pocket watching and waiting for your downfall. And if you're not strong enough in sexy lumberjack skin, Shooter McGavin, status or steez, you're going to crumble quick. You're not going to last in this field at all. If you're going to take one negative comment, if you can't take one negative comment, imagine hundreds of comments coming through and you just, oh, fuck this motherfucker, I'm going to cuss him out. Imagine all the energy you're going to exert by doing that. So you just got to take it and just like, yo, I'm a celebrity. This is what it is. You're going to have people, newspaper articles, whatever. I'm dating myself. I'm a newspaper person still. And whatever. You're just going to see the headlines. You're like, that is not what I did. I saved that person last night. And now they're twisting my words. They're saying I'm a fucking evil person. Now they're using exactly what I taught them last year at the fucking country convention. And now they're acting like I never was even present, even though my name's on the guest list. I'm the paid special guy. I'm the special guest they paid for me to do my TED Talks and walking around and patting the mic and make sure she's still working. Left and right pacing to make sure I'm getting eye contact. You guys understand me? You got me? All right, then meet me afterwards. I'll give you guys a few more nuggets, all right? Some advice. Okay, guys. How's everybody feeling in the back? You guys good? You need some refreshments, you guys go out in the break room. You know what it is. Everything's on me. You guys don't worry about a damn thing. And then they running with that information like I was never even present. So I'm witnessing that too. Hold up, you better give me back my power and my credit. I'll be damned. And then you gotta get used to it because no one can steal. They can borrow your nuggets, right? But they can never replicate your essence. That's why a lot of people are failing now. They're attempting to duplicate me or you, right? Like Light. Let's clear this up now. My bestie, my baddie, Light. Sexy Ethiopian. Okay? All due respect, Light. She has somebody impersonating her on TikTok, and that impersonator's name is called Song I Tarot, but her tag name is Light Shield Tarot. That's an impersonator. She's a white woman impersonating an Ethiopian. Beautiful woman. And just stealing her videos off YouTube and replicating it on her page and acting like she's Light and selling people merchandise, acting like she's somebody she's not. And that's happened plenty of times. So it's a lesson learned for her. She, on TikTok, her official tag name is light.shield. Okay? You can catch her on YouTube too. You've seen me share her videos plenty of times representing her as the collective, my Charlie's Angels, and vice versa. A spiritual therapist. She's Storm. There's another Storm out there. Playful mystic. Yeah, she's legit Storm. I love her accent, her yellow sun radiating eyes, her beautiful hair, ether, and just the way she looks right at you in the camera and tells you what's good. So like, we got to watch out for impersonators because when you shine so radiant and bright, a lot of people are attracted to your light like moths and insects. A lot of people are attracted for the right reasons, and a lot of people are attracted for envious reasons and jealousy reasons and destiny swapping reasons and just want to be a part of your light so they can feel special reasons. There's so many smorgasbords of reasonings that are that are that are justified in a person's head to be near you, right? And we got to be able to decipher those. And so we need to be careful to not get so derailed off our track when you see people impersonating you, because it's flattering. But when it's taking money out your pocket and they're attempting to take your shine or discredit your narrative and your personality and who you are officially, then that's definitely going to rub you the wrong way, and you want to justify that and you want to solidify that as fast as possible before it goes out of hand. So Light.Shield, her official name on TikTok, has already made claims, statements, done legal actions, and she is going to sue that person if that person keeps on pursuing those actions of being an impersonator of light and taking away from her business and all the hard work she does. So with that being said, she's still strong and she's still doing what she's doing, but she's making sure she announces on every video that she's not Light Shield Tarot, so her audience can know, hey, to stay away from these scammers and people that wants to cipher something that's not authentic. So people all day can attempt to steal your light or your information, but one thing they can never steal. Edward Joseph, looking forward. Okay, Spanish email. I'm gonna check that out. One thing they can never steal is your essence and your soul. They can do their damnedest by attempting to mimic you, but that essence, and if they haven't done their shadow work, and they haven't gone through the proper soul chambers, it's like kind of like the Wu-Tang, the 36 chambers. It's literally like that. When you're doing your own self-development journey, if you're not authentic with yourself, people will easily be able to distinguish you as a fraud when you're compared to someone that is real. That's why I stay calm a lot of the times. Okay, yeah, right, Alonzo. Yeah, you're really calm, right? You're like, fuck you up, man. Yeah. Come on now. I mean, hey, I defend my character at all times. I've been fucked over so many times I can't even count. I'm still surprised I'm this calm. But I'm this calm because I'm working on staying more Bruce Bannerish by the day and operating off a love foundation. This is the new earth, the 5D. So every day that the left shoulder wants to go back to the old version, the old world, I do my damnedest to keep him in check, because I don't want to be dancing around too much. I'm just going to stay in my rural position and who Alonzo is and operate from the love frequency that I naturally immunate, that I naturally let out to the world. I'm going to stay on that throne, and if somebody wants to attempt to offend me, then I'm going to put it up to my spirit team to handle that as best as possible. I'll say that so I can stay on my loving frequency, right? So I'm calm a lot more because nobody can ever duplicate me at all. And when I do see the people that are attempting to steal some of my nuggets from me, it's only short-lived. It won't last, because you're going to be easily distinguished. I don't want to be redundant, but you're easily going to stand out from the real foundation. If you build your foundation off of sand, when this other person's built their foundation off of brick and mortar and God assistance, this is going to be Peter's rock. You know what I mean? Like Peter was the rock of the church, the foundation, right? It was solid. Versus a foundation built out of a sandcastle. As soon as the first water comes from the ocean, it's gonna wash away that foundation slowly but surely. It's gonna disintegrate. It's gonna wash back into the ocean, right? Brick and mortar foundation is gonna be able to hit with all types of weather elements And slowly, maybe the outside of the foundation may get weathered, but it's not going to disintegrate or disappear in one night. So foundations are made to last for ages and years. That's why our ancestors always inscribed. And if you know, you know. Not described. Described is from the colonizers that stole everything from us once we inscribed it. If you know, you know. So once we inscribed everything in stone and hieroglyphs and everything, and we put it in mountains and so forth, we left a lifetime, or more than a lifetime, history trail of our origin and what we have discovered and what we have witnessed and why this spot is so significant and why it's written in cave walls and the stars and everything. We left detailed notes as best as we could to let you know that we're in tune with Mother Nature and the stars, and that everything coincides. The Mayans even did it on their calendar. They know exactly how the stars align and how the energies work, and the summer solstice, winter solstice. Like, they know about the portals and how everything just operates, because back then they were more on the foundational understanding of how everything worked before this knowledge got corrupted and omitted, destroyed. The Library of Alexandria supposedly got burned. And and if you're in the know, you're in the know. You know, like the Vatican has all of our information and history buried beneath the Vatican, the church, and so forth. The CIA, the government, has certain vaults and stuff that are just classified for not the public eyes. And we need to ask ourselves, why is everything so secretive? Because they want to be able to control us, right? So I may have went off on a tangent, but it wasn't a tangent. It was all conducive to the foundation of being pure and authentic and being honest with yourself, so you can be honest with others and get back to the natural frequency of how this world is, what is supposed to operate on, because the new earth is already here. And now we have the decision to make we have to make that hard decision. Are we going to adapt with Mother Gaia and how she's vibrating higher and higher in frequencies? Are we going to rise with the frequencies that are happening now? Or are we going to be stubborn in a way and stay low vibrating and stay with the 3D, 4D world where we're concerned about politics and separation and hate, anger, envious, jealousy, and focusing your energy outwards versus focusing your energy inwards to help you become the best version of yourself daily. We're not perfect. None of us are. I'm far from being perfect. But it feels good for the world to tell me, not directly per se, but I'm a role model, and I'm helping a lot of people out through their transitions and their self-development journeys, and getting a closer relationship with God and spirituality and so forth. And it's shocking to hear that and to see it radiate through the world, that I'm actually that guy that actually has changed dramatically, where I can actually see the inspiration in other people's eyes and their creativity and how they are learning from me. And it's cool to see that that people want to be me and so forth in a way, and just be inspired off my story. And it's it's fucking crazy. Yeah, this is a journey. It's awesome. It really is. It feels fantastic without letting it go to your head and getting big headed. I did that on purpose. Like, where did that come from? Old marsupial pouch, old kangaroos. I put that back there so long, y'all forgot that joint was even there. Little dragon tongues. So, that joint looks sexier by the day. Yeah. Imagine I did a video like that all day. Y'all still love me. Very proud of you. I'll keep this. Look like a peacock tail. Multiple beautiful, radiant colors. Just imagine as a peacock. All right. Enough painting Bob Ross pictures, or Van Goghish Starry Night pictures, however your mind captures it. But that's it. We don't need to do shit, but confirmation, bitches. I was feeling like I was losing the download, but I think I'm wrapping it up now. I think I said everything I needed to say. It's just stay yourself, embrace yourself, and know there's going to be a lot of people out here that want to be you. Well, that's where it is. Thank you, Spirit Team. That's where I was at. I'm just so inspired and happy to know that I built something from the ground up with God, stayed on my foundation, been authentic, staying authentic, going through the seasons in front of you all to show you that we can all change. There's nothing permanent besides love is the ultimate force, and the word creates everything. So it all starts with you. I'm going to take this finger and point it right at my own mouth. There it is, right there. This is the beginner or the destroyer of everything. So if you put that in your mind's eye before you even say one word, know that you have the power for life or death. And that can help you navigate your days even easier once you realize, before you pick up your phone and look at whatever is catching your attention, baddies, whatever the fucking case is, that this, which is your mouth, which is how the world started, let there be light, right? By the word. Then you can hopefully help control how your day is going to be and how you feed your CPU and your brain. What are you telling yourself? You're telling yourself positive things. Like Sheldon Shira 369, I believe his name is. Young Indie is what I call him. He's on Instagram and TikTok. He's probably on all streaming platforms talking about how our ancestors created everything. And how the powers that be are lying to us and they're keeping certain plots of land off limits to us. Like he did a video a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken, of a place on Earth that it's like our ancestors made these pools, and these pools all have different healing properties to them. It was like the first place to go if you had a certain ailment. You can just go in this one pool and you'll get healed. But the powers that be said they you know how national parks say these are restricted areas. They did something similar to that, saying these are dangerous waters. You can't go into them. They're off limits to the public. If you know, you know, right? The reason they're off limits to the public is so Big Pharma can stay in action and keep on prescribing us placebos and fucking bada bingots and all that other shit. They don't want us to go towards natural remedies because all Big Pharma does is treat people. They don't cure people. They're in the business of curing so you can come back a few months later and they can keep on giving you the same bullshit. But with that being said, I love each and every one of you. If you know, you know. Do your research. Become a better version of yourself. Get connected with God. And find out what you want to do in life. And know that you are the shit. In all senses of the word. There's no one out here like you. You're unique just like your fingerprint. Nobody can duplicate you. They can do their damnedest by trying to emulate you and stuff, but they can't be you. And that facade is going to wear off real quick, because the beautiful thing about that is when people try to copy you, you can just sit back and be like, okay, not sit back, stay productive, but you can sit back after you've been productive and just watch how long their facade lasts. You know, maybe you're official, you're forever, right? So only you know the tricks of your trade. They're not even tricks, it's just how you naturally operate. That's how you naturally operate. So you can just fall back and watch someone just try to play you as long as they want, but they don't know everything about you, so they're going to run out. They're going to run out of tactics very soon. So that's what I love to do too, is fall back. You know what I'm saying? You fall back And then you watch how they naturally act when you're not in the same algorithm. All right, let's see how long this show plays out for me. Get another bag of popcorn. And you just watch themselves fall off the stage. I was like, okay. Then they got to pick themselves back up and try to dust themselves off and then try to create another character. You just see them become chameleons every few months, sometimes every few other days. You sit back like, yep, they're not official. Yeah, they just borrowed that from me last week. Let's see what other topics they got. So I'm going to fall back. I'm not going to say a topic. Let's see what they got to talk about. They're probably going to regurgitate a lot of the same things. Then I'm going to drop back on the scene and do some shit. Then all these other influencers are going to take bits and pieces of my shit and incorporate it in their story. And they're going to act like they organically came up with it. I see it happen all the time. I'm like, these cats, I think they slick. That's why I can't wait to get all these invitations to these TED Talks and stuff that are happening now. And I'm going to be up there doing my damn thing. And just like Onyx, you know, Onyx be killing the stage. Nobody wants to perform after Onyx. You heard her, after Busta Rhymes. Nobody wants to do it. I'm the same cat. Nobody wants to get on the stage after I'm on that bitch. It's not going to match. The energy, the light, it ain't going to match. So you better get on stage before your boy does. And that's not even being vain. That's just what it is. And you can do the same thing too if you're not already doing it. Nobody's going to be able to get on stage after you, but you killed it. You were just naturally you. Nobody's going to be able to impersonate your ass. And if they do, it's only going to last for a very short amount of times. That's why I suggest highly to fall back. If you notice people are jumping on your coattails and trying to be your meal ticket, or they want you to be their meal ticket and shit, just fall back and watch how they do it on their own. It's the funniest thing ever. So, okay, let's see how they do. But on that, I'm going to love it. I'm going to love that. That's a great message, I mean. And I'm going to still love you all regardless of what stage you all, regardless of what stages you all are in currently. Mercury retrograde in the microwave. I'm still going to love you. I'm in the business of forgiving but never forgetting. And staying loving. Doesn't even matter how many arrows y'all put in my chest. I'm Leonidas in this bitch from 300. It don't matter. I still got my squad and we still deflecting fucking arrowheads and shit. And we moving in unison. My spirit team is nasty. So we can't be beat. We can't be stopped unless we stop ourselves and self-sabotage ourselves. Same advice to you. You can't be stopped unless if you self-sabotage yourself and say, I'm not great enough. I'm not good enough. I'm going to gracefully bow out. I'm a champion. I got the belt embedded in my flesh for life, so I can't even take it off if I wanted to. God imbued that belt off me. I can't even pull it off. I can't even take that bitch off the back. That bitch is permanently fucking championshiped in my skin. So I'm a champion for life. And then when I go on to my next mission, this belt's going to be infused on my kids. So that's why I can't wait to find me a bestie baddie, you know what I'm saying? That don't even matter how you look. I just can't wait till you and our genes combine and we make another baddie golden child or golden children. I can't wait. So, man, life is great. I love each and every one of you. We're 33 minutes and 18 seconds in. If you know, you know. It's 12:12. And stay loving. And just stay doing you, man. And don't let nobody knock you off your path. Okay? Stay strong. Love you. Until next time. Another episode of Daily Motivation. No filter and think differently.